Now let's explore some of the group processes that influence team effectiveness. High-performing teams have a common purpose, specific goals. Members have a shared mental model. They have a similar way of thinking about the way the team will work and their role within the team. Everyone is on the same page. High-performing teams also have productive norms, the informal rules of a team. For instance, everyone knows that they should show up on time, that they should complete their work on time, that they should be respectful, and so on. Members of high-performing teams identify with the team. It's something that is important to them, something that is on their mind, something that matters to them. Just as individual people need to have a sense of self-efficacy, so does a team. Team efficacy is the collective belief that the team is able to do what it needs to do and will do what it needs to do. High-performing teams have high levels of cohesion. The members want to be a part of the team. They feel connected to the other team members. Contrary to popular belief, high-performing teams do experience conflict. It's up to the leader and the other group members to make sure that that conflict is productive, that something good comes of it. A disagreement about how a task should be completed can result in choosing the best strategy, which saves time, money, effort. And finally, high-performing teams make good decisions. How do they make good decisions? One of the things that they do is avoid social loafing, which is a reduction in an individual's contribution to the group. It occurs on specific types of tasks, those in which individual contributions are pooled together, what we call additive tasks. In many of your college courses, when you have to complete a group project, the presentation or the paper or the tangible object requires that everyone pool together their different pieces of the outcome. Social loafing happens because people are sharing the responsibility for the finished product with their fellow group members. When groups and teams work together, it becomes more difficult for administration, managers, leaders who contributed what to the final product. Social loafing is more common in individualistic cultures. In collectivistic cultures, social loafing is seen as much more offensive because it doesn't line up with collectivistic values. Take a look at the graph on the slide. The more people we add to a team, the more likely that social loafing will occur. When there are two group members, both people contribute like they normally would if they were completing the task on their own. When we have 3 or 4 group members, each group member tends to slack just a little bit. With 8, 9, 10 group members, it's much easier for individual people to hide and not put forth the same amount of effort that they would if they had to complete the project on their own. In addition to avoiding social loafing, high-performing teams also avoid groupthink. This occurs when group members try to get everyone to agree on something at the expense of accuracy. Hurry up and make a decision, for example, may produce groupthink. In the figure here, we see some of the antecedents and symptoms of groupthink. It tends to happen in groups that are highly cohesive and independent, and those that work in stressful conditions. Lots of pressure, highly cohesive, isolated from other groups means it's easy for the group to get stuck in their ways. In teams that are prone to groupthink, the members tend to be overly confident in the team's ability to make a good decision. We couldn't possibly make a bad decision with all of these smart people in the room. And of course, that's not always the case. Members also tend to be close-minded and unwilling to think outside the box. They don't consider others' ideas and they don't critique their own. So, while the group may agree, the decision is a poor one.